Hi everybody, welcome back to our Wednesday tutorial. I've been trying to think of a name to call this and I can't come up with one. So if anybody has an idea, post it below and we'll try to come up with a good name for our Wednesday tutorials. Before we get started with today's projects, I wanted to announce who won our great my mind is drawing a blank now. Our sampler, our Valentine sampler from last week. And if you shared it, you got your name put into a drawing. So Laura Diamond was the one who won the sampler. So Laura, I will see you Friday night, so I will give it to you then. So for this week, whoever shares will be put into a drawing and they're going to get the 2 cards that I am making today. All right, so back to business. My name's Sandy Reese, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I want to show you, if you went to class on one of my workshops in December, or you were at my Kennett workshop in January, we made this cool card. Now I know not all of you were able to come to class, so I'm going to show you how we make this. All right, I'm going to flip you upside down. We'll get you down here. Trying to get you as flat as possible so we don't have too much tilt. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So this is a card we made. We're going to make 2 different cards. Exact same thing, but a different color scheme and a different orientation. Now all the measurements will be posted on my blog. So I will put a link once I finish and upload this to YouTube. So what we're going to do, I'm not going to give you all the measurements because they are on going to be on the blog, but we're just taking a piece of Whisper white cardstock and I've cut a 1-inch circle out of some Post-it notes and I've just stuck it on there because I wanted to make my a little sun, like a sunrise. And then we're going to start with our darkest color first. We're using terracotta tile. And I hold it on the long end, so it's going this way. And we're going to just start at the bottom and do about 1/4 of the way up, just back and forth, okay? That's all it is. It's super quick and easy. We're going to start with then we're going to go to our next color, which is pumpkin pie. And we're going to overlap a bit. Now I'm not doing this flat, I'm not doing it too much of an angle, it's just like at a 10 to 15 degree angle. And because my ink pad is wider than my cardstock, if I want to add a few extra lines, I can just press it into that and that'll give me that cool line effect. Then our next color we're going to use is crushed curry. You guys can tell that my ink pads are well loved here. Okay, I'm just going to blend that in. And then we're going to finish off with some pineapple punch. And at this point, I'm just going to turn it this way, just because it's a little easier. And then overlap. And I can even put a little pineapple punch down lower. Isn't that pretty? So easy. And you can leave a little more white if you want. Then we remove the mask and we've got this beautiful perfect sun. All right, then, and let me show you the stamp set we're going to use is Friend Like You. I like this. It's got several sayings. It's got some for the inside, for the outside. It's got some silhouette stamp images. We're going to use a couple of these. And then these are the dies that coordinate with it. And we've got 3 long border dies. So this one has flowers and weeds and some other fun things. We're going to use that on the next card. This one has the cattails and grasses. This is my favorite. This is the one we're going to use. And then we have this cool palm tree one, but it actually cuts out a negative image. So I'm going to save that for another day, and we will do something with that, not today. Then it also has these little dragonfly dies if you want to cut out the dragonflies, which we are not going to do right now. So I'm going to leave that in there. And so what I did was took the cattails and I cut a piece out of basic black, and I did, and the measurements are all on there, but I've already cut it just to save a little time for today, but I left a little bit of black at the bottom because I wanted that base a little bit bigger. Then I'm going to take some scissors and it'll trim off some that doesn't look real good. It looks cut off right here. So I'm just going to kind of clean that up so it doesn't look unfinished. So that it's just a nice, I'm going to round off that little cattail. Finish it off so it looks pretty. All right, and that looks good. Then we're going to do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to stamp Happy Day up at the top. I know we have a lot of duck hunters here in Arkansas. This would be a good duck hunting card. If you had some birds, we did birds in class. There's some in the, that stamp set with the lighthouse. Got it right here. Sailing Home has these little 3 birds, which look really pretty on there. So that is an option, but I'm going to use the dragonflies since the dragonflies are what come with the stamp set. I'm just going to stamp those there. And then to assemble, I'm going to attach this to a layer of basic black. And then to a layer of crushed curry. And you could really use any of those colors, but I'd recommend either crushed curry or pumpkin pie. And then we're going to layer that on a black base, a black card base. And everything, whoops, my finger stuck to the adhesive and pulled it off. Let's just flip that under there. And then when you do a dark card base, I always add a piece of whisper white on the inside so I can stamp and write later. All right, now for this, my paper is going all wonky. I cannot see what I'm doing because my camera's facing down, so hopefully I'm not going out of frame. I'm going to use a little Tombow adhesive on this because it is so detailed, but I'm only using teeny bits. You don't need too much because if you use too much, it's going to leak out and cause a mess. And I'm not covering everything. I'm just covering my cattails. All right, and then we're going to put that down at the bottom so nothing's showing, none of the color. And that is it. Very quick and easy. And it's a beautiful effect. People are going to wonder how you did that. And this one is a little smoother and my colors blended a little bit better on this one. This one over here, you can see more lines. So it's a really cool effect either way. Now we're going to do one more and I'm going to change it up a little bit. This is the next card and you can see it's exact same measurements, same supplies. I'm just turning it on the side so it's more of a landscape orientation. And I'm doing different colors and using that other fun die. So with this one, on this next one, this one I masked off the sun just like I did before, but as I was making it, they just look like under the sea colors. And this kind of looks like seaweed, fun seaweed. So we're gonna do the other one like it's under the sea. So we are gonna take off the mask. I'm not gonna mask. And the colors I'm going to use on this one, I'm going to start with Pacific Point, which is our darkest color. And these are all kind of in the blue with a tinge of green kind of color family. Let me just go back and forth. A little bit of Pacific Point. Then we're going to go up to some Bermuda Bay and blend in a little bit of Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to bring that down into the Pacific Point too. And then we're going to do Coastal Cabana. then just bring that Coastal Cabana down into my other colors too. Fill it in a little bit. And then at the top, we're gonna do Pool Party. I'm gonna flip this around. My Pool Party's a little bit, oh, it's not too dark. It's very close to that Coastal Cabana color, a little bit lighter. All right, so I've done my background, and I'm gonna go ahead and die cut to show you. I know most of you know how to die cut, but not everybody does. I'm gonna die cut this, and I've cut a long piece that's the same. It's actually just a hair longer than my white was, and it's shorter. I'm not gonna cut this whole thing. I'm gonna leave a little bit at the bottom, and then I'm going to cut, I think I'll move it over. I don't want it quite as tall. I'm gonna cut in between these two tall cattail looking things. All right. Oh, where's my Big Shot? I put it away. These are the fun challenges of doing Facebook Live. Okay, so on my Big Shot, a lot of the pressure is between the two rollers right here. So when I'm cutting something detailed, I'm gonna try to put it on one side. I don't cut it right in the middle. Put it on a side, I'm gonna line that up in between. I have a little black left at the bottom. Run it through. Sorry if it's shaking my camera. I'm gonna go back and forth a couple of times because it is very detailed. Okay, just to be safe. Pull it off. Oh, that comes out so nice. All right, let's move this out of the way. And we're just gonna pull the top and bottom apart. There's a lot of little pieces, so make sure I get that out of here. And then if I had my roller, I could have just rolled it, but that is downstairs in my bag. Okay, just get some of these little pieces out. Okay, that looks nice. See how nice and smooth that cuts? And then you want to make sure before you use it again to get all the little pieces out of the die, because if you don't, that's not going to cut as well next time. All right, so like the other one, I'm just going to maybe clean up a couple of little edges here. Make it smooth. There's one over here that looks a little wonky. We'll just make it look grass-like. All right. So I'm going to just lay this down here first. And then I want to stamp a saying, so I'm going to do the enjoy the little things. Now I always stamp before I glue just in case something bad happens and I have to flip it over or do it again. I'm just going to put enjoy the little things. And then what is so cool, and I saw this last night or the other day, we've got this little stamp right here that has some flowers and little buds and cattails that you can add. I'm not sure, it goes to one of these two, probably this one. You can stamp over it to make it look like you know, a different color. So you could do green here, and then you could do these in different colors. But these little bud things, if you put them upside down, they look like little baby octopus, or octopi or octopuses, I don't know what. So I am going to take one, there's one up here on the corner, and I'm going to just ink it up with the black, because he looks like a little sea creature. And I'm gonna stamp a couple of these little sea creatures up here. Doesn't that look like a little thing floating around in there? I'm gonna do one more. And I flip this up so he is swimming. So they go in, make him go in pairs. I don't know, it's kind of weird looking, but we're gonna go for it. And then we'll do one more maybe kind of swimming in the weeds. We'll put him down just a little bit. All right. So we're going to assemble just like we did the other one. I'm going to put some liquid glue there, just on the tops of some of my bigger pieces. Just little dots. You don't want too much. All right. I'll glue it here. Set that down. That's so cool. I love this look. I love the direct to paper look. All right, so I'm just going to layer this onto my black piece. Got just a teeny bit of blue showing, which I cannot change. So I'm going to take a little journaling pen and just color my blue that's showing, because I just want it all black. Okay, that's better. And then I would layer this on some, this is Pool Party, but you could use Bermuda Bay or Coastal Cabana, whatever you want to use. Got a little piece of something that doesn't want to leave. Okay, layer it on here. And then a piece of white for the inside. Got all kinds of little pieces from the die cutting hanging around here. Okay, so look, a cool undersea look. All right. That is all I have for today. If you want to check out my blog with instructions, that'll be posted shortly. It's stampin'crew.com. If you're watching this on Facebook, you can always join my group page. It's called the Crew Stampers Forum. We'd love to have you on there. And if you're watching this on the forum, you can always watch it on my YouTube channel. There will be links on my blog to all the above. And once again, if you want to order this set, it's Friend Like You. It's 149237. And then the die set that goes with it is Friendly Silhouettes Die. The order number is 149546. And I think it is bundled. So if you buy it as a bundle, you save 10%. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me through my Facebook page or my blog or YouTube, and I'll be happy to get back to you. All right. Thanks, everybody. And if you share this, I will put you into a drawing, and you will go home with, actually, I'm going to give you all 4 of these cards. So you're going to get 2 of the blue and 2 of the yellow. So thanks so much, and I will see you next Wednesday. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, flip myself back up. Once I'll figure out how to get these finished. All right, bye from upside down.